It's time.
Maybe I should unmute the microphone, huh? Eh. I mean, it's optional in reality. It's useful, but optional. Okay. So let's go ahead and get after this. I got to remember I'm on an iPad and not a computer. Okay. Well, hang on. Let me characters real quick. So I do vigilantes. Thunderbolts right now seem to be not as good of a team overall. Although, oh, and of course, I went right to Thunderbolts and not. So I'm doing this at a little higher power than when the event first came out. I've gotten to 6 stars on all these guys. I was 4 on Hitmonkey and 5 on Daredevil and Sable. Elektra and Punisher are the same, with all abilities. You know, so not doing it with crazy power, not doing it with having to spend a shit ton of money to buff up that power. Um, do have to reset from time to time, but RNG is gonna RNG. Man, I rarely ever play with the sound on. So Silver Sable clearing everything is your most important move. You want to make sure you get that cooled down and ready to go again as soon as possible. Um, Now you could probably justify stunning him, but I prefer to stun both of the Nimrods. I like to get them stunned, and then I like to get Goblin out of the picture. God, his sound effects, I've forgotten. I have forgotten his sound effects. They're crazy. Okay. So the grenade launcher ability for Punisher is very important. You want to grab buffs that you can use. So Shang-Chi's got quite a few of them. So snag those. Drop him. Let's just make sure these guys die. All right, so now it's going to be pretty straightforward ending this. You got to deal with some obnoxious shit from the Shang-Chi's, but it's not really worth blowing any big cooldowns for. They don't do that much damage. Um, you just want to make sure, get your ability energy back. Although I'm pretty sure it resets at the start, but I never like risking that. So I found success or failure comes down to, obviously there's going to be an RNG factor. There's always going to be RNG in everything you do, but it really comes down to who. Yeah, I would really like a turn order indicator in this game as well. I would think it would be a fairly easy thing to implement, but they haven't done it as yet. Um, who you choose to stun at the start of the fight and whenever the stun is available, to me, makes the biggest difference. And I like to go with Gladiator here. You could probably make a case for Captain Britain if you wanted to, but I haven't found him to be the determining factor. If the Gladiators cut loose and start doing their AOE's and getting shields and everything up for everybody, it can become a problem. Um, I wonder. Yeah, let's get her a bonus turn. Guaranteed bonus turn. If you get a kill with her ultimate, it's a bonus turn. But you don't want Kang getting his ultimate off, so you definitely want to get the Kangs out as soon as you can. Are you still putting videos up on YouTube, or are you just live streaming? Because I haven't been seeing any alerts for your YouTube channel, bud. Ooh, I did a little too well there. Okay. Hopefully we get one of the Thanoses along with Gore. Okay. So now this Thanos should not use his rain fire ability when we get him. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. I think it's bugged. But for whatever reason, occasionally we will get lucky and not trigger it when he's under Hitmonkey's stun. It has happened though. From time to time it does, just for whatever reason, still trigger. But see, we did a little too well. Normally, half of these guys will come out after you've killed. And see, and we lost Sable. Half these guys will come out when you kill Kang, one of the Kangs, and then the other half will come out when the other one dies, and it gives you a chance to set it up. But oh, nice. I mean, Minecraft. I haven't seen the movie yet, but has that property ever been hotter since they put out the Minecraft movie? I mean, it was already an insanely popular and has been for a long time, but I mean, that movie definitely didn't hurt. And nobody's got buffs to steal. We'll just do damage. I mean, it's definitely one of them. There's no doubt. The great thing about Minecraft, it's popular with everybody. Like not just kids. It's popular with people my age and older. I mean, it's really is a generational game. I mean, I'm pretty sure my grandkids will play Minecraft at some point in their lives. You know. Hmm. Well, let's see if we can get a half wave to pop up here. There we go. I'm not going to see the movie, but that's I'm. I mean, I have Minecraft. I've played it. It's just um, I'm just like Sam might want to watch it at some point, and if that happens, then I'll definitely check it out. I know my nieces and nephews who are in their teens begged their mom to take them to see it, and she did, and they loved it. See, he that triggered his rain fire for whatever reason. Sometimes it doesn't trigger, and then other times it will. So you know, RNG, a bug, whatever. I mean, that's very possible. That's, I mean, the movie being the trailer is unfortunately not uncommon these days. Okay, let's steal his buffs. And here we go. Masterpiece, I'm not sure covers it. Um, it was as good of a television show as anything I've ever seen. To be perfectly fair, um, even my wife, who she likes Star Wars, she watched Rogue One. She didn't really watch season one of Andor, but she paid attention and watched it with me, and she was very impressed. But yeah, excellent. I really, I wish we would have gotten more K2SO, but I imagine he's probably a pretty expensive guy to have on the screen. All right, this just got annoying. Ugh. I mean, they made season one of Andor, and it set a pretty high bar, and then they didn't, and they went ahead and put out the Acolyte. So I mean, I'm more curious or interested in season two of Ahsoka, especially with Rory McCann taking over as Balin Skull. Um, I haven't gotten to see Thunderbolts. I haven't had time to get to the theater. I've heard nothing but good things. Maybe one of these days. I'm watching the new Captain America tonight on Disney Plus for the first time. Um, didn't get to go to the theater for that either. Although and because it lines up with my birthday, I guess it definitely helps matters. But I've already announced I'm going to Fantastic Four and Superman in theaters, and like the good theater too, like the IMAX. Like the same theater I saw Deadpool and Wolverine is where I'm going to go see Superman and Fantastic Four. Okay. I mean, I don't know that they can ever. I don't know that they're ever going to be able to hit those levels ever again. You know. See, and look, he maybe I needed to hit him with that grenade shot, and it wouldn't have made him push over. But yeah, that new Karate Kid movie looks awesome. I know a lot of people who are excited for it. Um, for as old as Jackie Chan is, man, he's holding up really well. He says he wants to make the next Rush Hour movie. He said he wants to make it before Chris Tucker gets too old too, which is pretty funny. Um, I'm not sure you need to watch three. I was having this debate with my wife the other night. Is three the one with Hilary Swank? Because I think there's a decent chance you could skip three, and because I don't think Hilary Swank's going to be in the movie, and go to I mean, if you want to see where Jackie Chan came in, I think his was called The Next Karate Kid with Will Smith's kid with Jaden Smith. Um, wow, this is the roughest run I have ever had on this particular one, and I think maybe I'm too strong now, and the timing's just all fucked up. I don't want to have to keep resetting this though. I could throw the thunderbolts at it, I guess. Just let them wipe me out and throw the thunderbolts at it, and then heal them up. Which I mean I've done before, but I don't really get why this is. I feel like I'm being punished for success here because this was insanely manageable at lower stars, and now it seems like because I'm hitting them a lot harder and killing them a lot quicker, the timing is thrown off. Jackie Chan doesn't show up until the well, Jackie Chan. Karate Kid 3 had Pat Morita in it still. He was still alive. So to get Daniel San, you need 1 and 2 and Cobra Kai, and then to get Jackie Chan, I think you need the next Karate Kid. If I'm remembering it correctly, and hopefully there's other Karate Kid guys out there who can confirm that. But yeah, I think that's I think that's the way it needs to go. Okay, this is actually I think a little bit better, believe it or not. I mean, Hitmonkey's not going to have his stun, but we'll we'll make do. At least not right away. And see, and he got a gladiator that time. And look, and rainfire didn't trigger at all, and he wasn't even stunned. It's that it feels a little buggy at times. Hey, buddy. Yeah, yeah, a little. I know. I know. Scopely never releases anything buggy. Actually, I think Hank's the one causing the issues right now. But here, there we go. Again, Gladiator. Normally, Hank is the last one I would kill, but he seems to be intent on being a pain in the ass. And now the gladiators are being pains in the ass. Mm. All right, I'm just gonna take this result. I'll throw in the thunderbolts, and then I'll just heal these guys. Just I don't want to waste any more time because that is not how that usually goes at all. Well, I guess I have to heal them. Oh, I'm gonna have to spend. I'm gonna have to spend power cores. Asker, let's just heal him up. That gives me more progress towards this event, anyways. See, and rain fire that time. Why? And didn't even clear his stun. Came out of stun, used rain fire, and then went right back into stun. Okay. And now this should stun. I always stun Ancient One Sheet, and then he should get Medusa also. There we go. And actually, believe it or not, the character in this particular setup that I will tend to randomly lose somebody to is Miss Marvel. For whatever reason, when she finally gets a turn and she's not ability blocked, she can one shot whoever she chooses to target. Okay. And then obviously you want to stun Super Scroll as soon as you can. Hopefully we can get that. Well, good. We got his taunt off of him. And again, I felt like a little bit of a weird turn order thing. You know what? Let's. We're not that far. It's not that long of a fight. And I have Matt in Fortifier instead of in Striker. So in theory, he should be even harder to kill. But um, I don't know. We'll get her close. All right, we finished her off. Good. That's one less thing on my mind. Super Scroll is definitely starting to show his age a little bit, isn't he? Yeah, screw it. All right. So this is the node that I think a lot of people will hang up on, and because of the Kahoris. Now this one can get a little wonky because you're going to get Lizard and then the two zombie juggernauts are always going to go first, and then depending on how the slows land, you could end up having a weird turn order. So, okay, we got Matt going first. Hit Monkey will probably go second. Oh no, Sable went. Excellent. And now if we're going to get lucky to take all the taunts off, and we did. So I always like to get Oath under control because you can't stun Sharon. Just not happening. But I like to try to focus on her to get her out of the picture. Um, again, grenade launcher, get some buffs stolen. But I like to kill her, and then I like to kill Hercules because if he decides to do some wacky shit, he can really throw a monkey wrench into this whole operation. Okay, lovely. We'll do her middle ability, and then we should have some Kahoris coming out any second. Which one gives defense up? That one does. Okay. So this will help when the Kahoris drop, hopefully any freaking second. Okay, I guess Kahori's just not coming out to play today. There she is. Okay, so Matt's going to eat the first one, and now hopefully the rest of it's spread out enough to where you're not going to lose somebody. Okay, perfect. Get everybody shored up. Now, stun Omega Red. He'll take a Kahori with him. Focus on the Kahori that's not stunned. Then get Kahori out, and Omega Red Phoenix is very slow. It takes him a while to get turns, as I'm sure if you've used him before, you know you're kind of waiting and waiting and waiting for him to do anything. But you get that one down. The next couple are, they still can be tough. Old Man Logan is always somebody to be respected. But actually, the two Dakins have given me more problems than Old Man Logan. But it depends. Sometimes they take a shit ton of turns here at the start, and sometimes they don't. Again, bugs, RNG. It's really hard to put your finger on a determining factor on anything. But good. They weren't super out of control. I've had Old Man Logan run through his entire cycle of skills um, before I've gotten to take a turn before, which is just fucking restart. Just fucking restart if that happens. And you can't stun Old Man Logan, so don't even try. Just throw it on Penny, and then go from there. And Logan's very easy to kill. And then the guy that's a pain in the ass on this part, for me, is always Peter V. Parker. But again, stun Ancient One, you don't want her doing her AoE. Um, so the next interesting one will be when we get to the final node, I think. This one is designed to frustrate you, but for whatever reason, out of all of this, the two characters that stood out to me as being out of place were Icarus and Cersei. So knowing what they used to be able to do, I kind of always look at them with a little bit of respect. So those are the two you're going to stun. Hit Icarus, and then you'll get Cersei, and then just go all in on APOC. Excuse me. Get Spider Weaver out of stealth. Stun the Weavers. And then it's just clean up from here. What a sweet kid. He was encouraging you, honey. All right. So obviously, we see Shadow King. You can't stun Shadow King, unfortunately. So you just kind of have to. You'll end up, I think, stunning the two Medusas. And then you just go all in on Shadow King. He will occasionally get a turn. So from time to time, like if he's being particularly a pain in the ass to get out before he gets out of control. I will target him with the initial stun move from Hitmonkey just for the damage, and then settle for only having one Medusa stunned. That is a perfectly viable choice to make. It sucks wasting a stun, but if you need the damage, you need the damage. Seeing he probably would have died before he got that move off if I had targeted him with the stun. But Silver Sable, this move hits a pretty big area. Well, 5 bleeds. He is hanging, or 3 bleeds. Sorry, he's hanging. There he goes. He's gone. All right, so now Beta Ray Bill can be a problem if he gets enough buffs to use his ultimate to where it does the most damage. It can be a problem, but just strip his buffs, focus on Medusa. And now again, this is going to be a rinse and repeat. Get a stun onto Omega as soon as you're able to. And then I think he's going to hit a Sasquatch with his second one here. No, he got the other Medusa. Okay. I've had him hit Sasquatch before. I've had him do all sorts of wacky shit. Um, I mean, you can. This should probably kill her. Yeah. And then it'll stun an Ares. But yeah, this should be cruise control from here on out. I mean, luckily, Omega is so damn slow. Him getting a turn is not something you really need to worry about. I've had Ares take a turn, and I've had both Ares take a turn one time, in fact, and it was not good. But he's also pretty slow. So if you're doing good damage, you can get him gone before you even have to worry about it. And again, I was completing this. These guys are all 6 or 7 stars. All the 3 new Vigilantes are now 6 red. But I was doing this with Daredevil and Sable at 4 or at 5 and Hitmonkey at 4 when the event first came out 2 weeks ago. Okay, so here's the ball game right here. This one can be tricky because there's some choices you can make. Now, if everybody was 7 red, oh shit, 187. Wow. Kanik. Hi guys, how you doing? So you have to go all in on Odin. You have to go all in on Odin. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You could choose to throw the stun on Havoc, and considering he counters every time, that's going to save you some damage. But again, it's the concern is you want to kill Odin before he takes a turn. If you don't kill Odin before he takes a turn, just fucking restart. Because it's just going to be downhill from there. So, unfortunately, the stun aspect of this move is kind of going to go to waste. You will stun Odin if you target him, but it'll go away right away. And then he's always, always, always gone after Man-Thing for the second one. And Man-Thing's not going to get stunned. But this is going to buy you the time to hopefully get him gone. And if you get lucky with bleeds and stuff like that too, you might end up getting Blade gone as well, which is the ideal situation, is to get both of those guys out of the picture. But yeah, just every stitch of damage you can put onto Odin, put onto Odin. Eat the counters from Havoc. They suck, but they're not going to be, hopefully not going to be fatal. If you don't get Odin out, it doesn't really matter what any character does. Okay. And I don't think I've got the damage on him, but he might die to bleeds before he does his turn. Nope. It was close. And this is just an RNG fest of how hard your hits are going to land. Welcome, everybody. Wow. It's good to see all you guys here. I appreciate the raid. Mechanic, you're the man. So yeah, I want the damage from this initial hit. You know, because it's just if I did Havoc again, it would shut down the it would shut down one of the counters, save myself some damage, but it's gonna that second hit coming onto Odin is gonna be a smaller hit. And so I don't want it. I want every stitch of damage I can possibly get onto him. I imagine at 7 red and even diamonds, when the Vigilantes finally get diamonds, this event would not even be a thing. But you see, he's yellow already. He was still in the green the first time around. All right. See, and now that's going to drop him. And then bonus turn on Blade. Please, please, please. Nope. Please die. Yes. All right. It's pretty much, you've pretty much won at this point. Because the rest of the people coming out, if you're in a decent shape health wise, which you should be if Odin doesn't get a turn, this should not be an issue. That's kind of a dick move, Havoc. Because yeah, now you're looking at the rest of the field here. And I have not seen any new promo codes lately, but we should be due for one. Um, Especially with this new team being announced. It wouldn't shock me if they threw something at us. Now, another good thing about using Vigilante here, for whatever reason, and it might be in one of their kits, but no revives, even with Dormammu. So having Dormammu in here it doesn't really matter at all. With Thunderbolts, they'll revive. With Vigilantes, they will not. So, and I after using both teams and a lot of different things, Thunderbolts are a good team, and maybe they'll get better as time goes on, and they get a little bit higher stars. But Vigilante, to me right now, is the superior team. Although Hyperion is a lot of fun, and so is Songbird. Their animations are great. And there it is. Okay. So now... Oh, we won war. Yay! Who was our MVP? Commander 01, just like the last time, was our MVP. Okay. So the Quasar invasion event. Now, I did this a little bit differently. This was my final run. I haven't touched it since my final run. What I did, and I hope you have Quasar unlocked. He does make the event a lot easier. So what I did was I did a run with these 3 mods, and I think it was a difficulty 6 or 7, and that gave me enough points to get all 4 stars, all 4 red stars unlocked for him. I mean, it's not a whole lot of points, and I can't say what was it, like 700 and something thousand. Like, it wasn't a crazy amount of points. So that's what I did first, is I got the 4 red stars, and then I came in and I put it at what, difficulty 10 with these three mods and ran it again, and that let me max out the milestones without having to even kill the final node. And I used Vigilantes and Quasar, and I dropped Electra from the party. So yeah, here we go. Level 10, suggested gear 20. I don't have gear 20 on any of these characters. None of them. They're all gear 19. Oh, and much love to you, my friend. Much love to you. Yeah, my little boy is very deeply on the spectrum. But he's also the best. He's the absolute best. He's so much fun. He's not able to really talk. He has a few words, but he's perfecting facial expressions, and it's the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So this is the run. Difficulty 10, 50 worth of mods. Expected run score if you do the whole thing is 1343, but I think what the final milestone is 1.2 million points or something. So you're more than covering it. Like I said, you don't even have to do the last node. So Harbinger or Quasar, I think hopefully my team is still set up. It might be a mismatch with, nope. So this is the team. You see the ISOs again. Nobody's gear 20. Oh, that's the wrong thing. They're all gear 19. Quasar doesn't even have all of his abilities T4'd. I have added one since that previous run, but I haven't completely. Yeah, he is progressing. He just ended his school year. He gets very high marks in a lot of his things. And he's doing good. It's the biggest issue we have with him is he has a hard time regulating his emotions, and he tends to lash out physically when he's frustrated. So that's kind of the point where we're at with him, is if we can figure out a way to teach him to cope differently, then things will obviously be better for everybody around him and better for him. I think he's a react, and he only unfortunately knows one way to react, except with us when he's given us his facial expressions, because again, they're hilarious. I gotta take some film sometime, shoot a video when he's doing it to show them, because they are the funniest freaking thing. All right, I don't know if you guys want to read all the chit chat, blah blah blah. So Quasar's the man right now. His kit is awesome. He's just insanely strong, and then that this perk they add where he's even tougher is pretty outstanding. Stun wise, I think I went for Howard the Duck, and then whoever he picked up, Havoc. Yeah, and they picked up Havoc after that. Yeah, man, I got rated, buddy. He is OP, and I hope they make some of his awakened abilities easier to get. Yeah, everyone's here, and I appreciate them, man. They're all awesome. Yeah, our buddy Canic84 rated us with 187 people. My wife just walked into the living room to hear me say that, and her response was, "Oh, fuck." Okay. So, you gotta get Leandra out. Don't let her take a turn. I think we can probably get away with just doing that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he dead. He gone. Also a little weird. I was about to say, where's the rest of the last time I did this, she had a whole companion group with her. And believe it or not, the one who gave me the most problems in this companion group was Moonstone of all people. Just insane. They don't often nerf characters. They tend to either buff or leave them alone. But good God, he is a bit of a beast, isn't he? And this is not even in war with his. Well, wait, no, war stuff is turned on. Excuse me, his war abilities are turned on because of the mod. And we got to get Val out, or at least ability blocked. Good, he's not going to bring anybody back. All right, let's get the duck out of here. What am I coming up on? 3 years? 3 years now, I think, give or take. It might even be more. I've lost track. I'd have to look to see how many, when the next, log in for however many hundreds of days and then do the math. I started playing right around the time Masters of Evil. Like it was before when they were just starting to release the team. I think Titania came out like a week or two after I started playing. Yeah, no, this is not a new account. Oh, hang on. So yeah, these mods: Quasar gains Vigilante and Thunderbolt substantially increases damage, armor, resistance, and focus. This will depreciate in power on the next run. I haven't noticed any depreciation. Somebody in my clan ventured that maybe it's on the next time this invasion event comes out. A move will have depreciated power, and then raid abilities turned on, war abilities turned on. 2,550 days is a lot of days. Let's log in nine. I'm 863. So yeah, you've been at it much longer than I have, my friend. Much longer. His damage is so freaking nuts. I just can't get over it. I love it though. I love it. I absolutely love when because there are certain characters I don't think they've ever given the appropriate power level to, and some characters they make insanely strong who shouldn't be nearly that strong. Um, I think she's gonna end up getting stunned no matter what I do, anyways. So there we got Craven in the bargain. Excellent. Yeah. God, I would like to say I'm close to getting to the Professor X event, but just the Gear 20 is coming to me very very slowly. I've Odin's my Gear 20 right now, and I mean I picked him because of freaking Arena, you know. Um, yeah, Graxy, I think you got exceptionally good luck for free to play. I think at the end when the mile or when the leaderboard rewards come out for the Harbinger event, I think I'll be able to Gear 20 another couple of people. 6 point. See, and I was close to getting Odin done, and then I took the rewards and applied them to him, which I was saving up for, but I was close to anyways. And so when the next batch of those particular ability or materials come out, then I'll start bumping up some others. I mean, I'm focusing Vigilante first. I want to get them to G20 so I can finish up the second section, and then I think it's gonna be like what Liberty and whoever they recommend. Okay, think I think we're gonna pick up Peggy as well. Oh, the Falcon. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. I have not run into a Professor X yet. Yeah, he's. It's an expensive proposition to get him. Hey, we're gonna end up eating a rainfire from that other Thanos up there. Well, maybe not. Appreciate the follows, guys. I really do. It means a lot to me. 776 total Professor X's. I just got to know one thing. Is he fucking awesome? 'Cause I remember when Apocalypse came out and how the community was just absolutely in an uproar about how underwhelming he was. And then they buffed him and now he turns out he's just fine. But I remember that being a big thing. What time is it? Okay. I have to leave in 45 minutes, but we should be able to clear 5 nodes in 45 minutes, right? Um, that's true too. That's true too. Their Twitter account is has to me been the most reliable place to get the new codes. But typically, when a new code comes up, somebody will share them in the Discord chat, and I haven't seen one in a while. Mm, I was thinking about stunning, but I'm not sure I need to. 8 left, four, and so we got two more guys coming out. Let's go ahead and stun Hank. Boom. Oh, outstanding. There you go. We can test those when we're done um, clearing these nodes. But just showing, I showed you where I was when I got the final milestone, and we're just replicating that result. Uh, Omega Sentinel, get her gone as soon as you can. She will absolutely rip your team to pieces if you don't. She is just hitting like a fucking truck with those counters. So yeah, get her gone. Um, Oh god, I forgot that Nimrod down there wasn't stunned. Okay. They are already invalid, so they were only good for the while the tournament was running. Are they for new players only? Hap, if you see that for everyone, that's normally they're good for a week or two at least. Like that seems pretty fast. I'll test them as soon as we're done with the run. All right, this node I remember I had to restart once or twice. This is a pretty nasty combo of characters here. Yep. 24 hours for the three codes. That's odd. That is a very odd timeline for them. Normally it's a couple of days at least. Let's see if we can get lucky and he came out of it. Yep. Yep, we got to keep Kahori under control. Outstanding. See? And I forgot to even put that there were Twitch drops running. Ow, Medusa just straight up fucking killed Matt. Wow. Is that mess up where they accidentally put the entirety of the whole new Crucible team into the Intel shop yesterday? Yep. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I didn't buy any of them. I'm gonna see if we can clear this without Matt, and then I'll just heal him. But yeah, Medusa, like every now and again, she just decides she's just gonna hit for all the damage, and then life sucks when that happens. But oh, really? See, and now he's gonna do rainfire. Oh, looks like we might end up resetting. We'll see if we can get a little bit of healing going. Nope. Yeah, we'll end up resetting. Not auto. Reset. Thank you. Shit, I am running out of time. See, and rainfire triggers that time when it didn't in the last. I'm so confused, man. Oh, is Frank dead? No, we got lucky there. Okay, so we got Medusa that time. Oh, I appreciate the follows, guys. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. It really does. Oh, and thank you for the sub, my friend. You guys are the best. All right. Well, we've eaten the biggest move that they've got for us, so no need to burn cooldowns. Crash. Thank you for the follow, Big Jeff. I appreciate it. This is a lot to read. And I have to be walking out the door here in about 25, 30 minutes. It's pizza night, and instead of making frozen pizzas, we're treating ourselves to Pizza Hut tonight like fancy motherfuckers. But Pizza Hut's also a 10-minute drive, so. But we should not be stuck on this one for 20 minutes. In fact, I remember this node being fairly easy in comparison to even some of the earlier ones. Like the null one kind of feels like a gatekeeping node. If you can get past null, you should be okay. Yeah, let's see who he stuns. Perfect. Now, I haven't played or used Colossus in a while, so maybe I just forgot what his character model looks like. But did they update him to more of his Deadpool look, or is that the same as it's always been? It's been forever since I've paid any attention to him, which sucks because he's actually legit one of my favorite Marvel characters. Oh, he's still got taunt. Damn it. I really want to get Forge out of the picture. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just for whatever reason, normally when a character model changes, it's noticeable, and for whatever reason in my head, it ticked that he was different. All right. Well, I want to see, and I want to see how it looks, but there we go. I beat my well. No, no, I did. I beat it by 60 points. So there you go. Following these mods, difficulty 10, all Gear 19 characters, we're able to get enough points to max all the milestones, which is amazing. So, yeah, if you play through an easier run, get all 4 red stars for Quasar. Make sure these mods are turned on. You should be able to replicate this yourselves. Obviously, I understand player level restrictions and all that other stuff. You might not have the gear to Gear 19 people unlock all the abilities. I understand that. Believe me, I do. But if you are able to, um, this is how you can unlock all the red stars without even having to worry about the last node. And how long is this event going for? Still, what's the time? And we still have 10 days. So you have plenty of time to maybe make some improvements where they're needed. I do not recommend trying the Thunderbolts on here. I played around with them a little bit, and they're a very fun team to use, but they just don't seem to be nearly as durable or as damage dealing as Vigilante is. So but hey, let's for fun. Since I have a few minutes, let's see how we do here. Although triple diamond Odin, hey, seems scary. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to clear it this time. I don't know. I know I tried it once and got absolutely wrecked and was just like, nah, I'm good. What do I need to put myself through this shit for? See, and it's like just a nightmare. You got Odin to try to kill. You got a Shadow King to try to kill. I think this is why I was just like, nah, dog, I'm good. And then Oath is coming in and doing her shit. And there goes Hit Monkey. Yeah, I think this was the point where it's just like, yeah, I'm solid. I've got it covered. Solid. I got it covered. So yeah. So there you go. But you can, as you can see, if you watch the beginning of when I before I started the new run, you'll see the score that I had, and you'll see obviously my milestones are done. Um, so it's doable, guys. I guess is the point I was trying to make. Is it's very very doable. You will be able to replicate this. I mean, if you obviously put in the work, use vigilantes, use these mods, use Quasar in place of Electra, and obviously RNG is going to play a factor. There's a lot of things that we can't quite control, but you should be able to do it. If I could do it, a lot of people should be able to do it, I guess is the point I'm coming from. I don't consider myself to be anything other than an average player. And I was able to get it done. So it seems to me like it's very accessible. Um, so good luck to all you guys. I hope you found this useful. I apologize for the one for that one node on negative zone Harbinger being such a pain in the ass, but RNG is RNG. Oh, and Cosmic Crucible's fired up. It's so weird they're starting it earlier than they normally that starts at day reset, and this first one is starting at like 2 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock my time. It damn near bit me in the ass last week. But hey, so that's it for the stream. Like I said, I got to go get ready to go pick up dinner for my family, but I love and appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for the raid. This sort of thing, the fact that streamers support each other doing things like raids is just amazing. Does anybody know of another channel that we can raid in return? We can do a search real quick, obviously, on Twitch, but let's see if there's other games with friends. Marvel Strike Force. That looks like... That does not look like Marvel Strike Force. That looks like Marvel Strike Force. Oh, Mobile Gamer just started. He doesn't need us to raid, does he? Although Mobile Gamer would probably appreciate it, and that guy... oh, now he's got 200 people. he jumped up really fast. Yeah, what game is that? That is not Marvel Strike Force. Screw it. We're gonna raid Mobile Gamer. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So there we go. We're sending it over to him. I mean, the other channels I saw looked like they didn't even have Marvel Strike Force going, and then a couple of them were just the one person and in Spanish. So yeah, he doesn't need it, but I'm happy to send people his way because he's a good guy. I've always liked and supported him. So. Oh, and this is a new channel for him, it looks like. So. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for being here. All right. We'll catch everybody later. Have a good one. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Love you. We'll see you later. Bye.